Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Jill coming to you on this beautiful, snowy April day. I think I woke up this morning and thought maybe it was still February and this was all just some kind of an odd dream. I think we've had more snow in April than we have like all winter long. But today what we're going to do is we are going to be wrapping up our letters week with a simple science experiment that involves putting some letters and making a big block of ice. So what you can do is you can get any shape Tupperware, and then you're going to start with just like a simple layer of letters and fill up the water just to cover the layers. And then as it freezes, you're going to add more letters on top and more layers until your ice block is as large as you would like it to be. And we're kind of gonna go on a dinosaur dig. So what we have here is we have some hot water, some alcohol, some dish soap, and then we have whatever digging tools you have around. It's kind of like going on a dinosaur bone excavation. So what you can do first is, I have a separate thing of water over here. The kids can experiment with putting some water on top of the block of ice to see what happens. Okay, and then they can, I know alcohol is in short supply, so I would put it in a separate little cup for the kids, but they can take some droppers maybe of alcohol, put some little bit of alcohol on a different part of the ice and see what happens. See if it melts fast. Maybe take a drop. So I would have this in a separate glass also. Put that on the ice. And we're going to be scientists and explore what happens with this ice separately with the water and the alcohol and the dish soap. And then after we do a little bit of exploring, and they can use any tool that you have around the house that you feel safe letting them use. After they explore those three things individually, what you're going to want to do is have 2 cups of hot water, and then we're going to take 1 tablespoon of alcohol and put that in the water, just like so. And then we're going to put just 2 drops of soap. 1, 2. All right, into our cup. And what this is actually doing is creating an ice melt. So it's perfect, it's snowing outside, so this kind of goes along with the weather. So then the kids are going to use this to pour over top to see if it has a different effect, to see if the ice melts quicker. So part of being a scientist is experimenting and observing the effects of what you do to something. And this is, like I said, this is a homemade ice melt with hot water, alcohol, and dish soap. So even if you had something at your house during, when it's more regular cold weather days in a row, like the middle of the winter, not like, this is April and it's chilly, but we don't have layers of ice outside right now. But if you needed to make your own ice melt, this is how you could do that. So as the kids excavate their ice block with the letters, as the letters come out, depending on their age, you can have them identify the letter of the alphabet. If it's a letter B, try to have them just say the letter B. If they're a little older and they're learning their sounds, you can have them tell you what sound is associated with that letter. If they're even older and they're learning how to read, they can tell you what, like B is for bat, what words are associated with those letters. So this is hours of fun. This will help keep the kids occupied for quite a little while. Okay, and our next thing that we're going to do, if you can see this, I traced some letters and we're doing some sounds at, well, I did at, up, and in. And I'm sure almost everybody out there watching has, whether they're magnetic letters or they're foam letters, and this is what I used to trace. So the kids can go through and you can explain to them how that says at, and then as you put different letters in front, what words are we making? Mat and and sat, and that. Okay, so there's all different kinds of letter combinations if you're looking for something to do with the kids. And it's very simple. Any piece of paper, whether it's construction paper or notebook paper, you can hand draw the letters if you don't have any. There's all kinds of ways to make this a simple, fun activity with just things that you have in and around the house. And the last thing I wanted to give you, okay, so for our letters of the week, PBS has been part of our events for the past, I think we're on our 4th year now. We are an Inquire Within library, and PBS gives us some grant money to do programming, and some of the things that you see around the library, PBS has really helped us with. And they have a fantastic website that is all about ABC games. So if you go to pbskids.org/games/ABC, I will put that link underneath this post so that you can easily access it. There's all kinds of games from Super Y to Dog's Letter Pit, Bear Skateboard Park, Puppy Letters, different games that can help your children learn their letters and sounds and how they are associated with words. These are all pre-reading skills. I know some of you have been around for programs where I do our fast and slow game. That's another very simple thing to do to help kids with their pre-reading skills. So if you haven't heard of this game, what you do is you say a word very slowly, so it can be any word that is in a picture book or any book that you're reading to the kids. The longer the word, the better, because it really helps them to think and figure out how sounding out words works. So say the word is volcano, you say it very slowly, go volcano, just as you were sounding out that word. And then you want your child to say really fast, volcano. So that is teaching them how to sound words out and put them together, because while kids are learning how to sound things out, they're going to be saying those words very slowly in their heads. So they need to know how to change that slow sounding pronunciation to what the word actually is by saying it fast. All right, so I hope this provides some fun for you and your kids today. Have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully the weather becomes more April-like and a little warmer soon. And I will see you before long. We'll be seeing each other at the library.